If you're like me, you like to do as much natural options as possible, especially when you go to the doctor. With that said, today we're going to focus on a nice home remedy when it comes to fermenting project, honey infused garlic or garlic infused honey, just depends on who it is. So, that being said, let's begin. Hey, what's up, family? My name is Mia, and welcome to my humble abode. On this channel, we focus on embracing sustainable living with a cultural twist. If you're new here and you're interested in learning how to live a self-sufficient, simple, and sustainable life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more content. I figured it'd be pretty cool to share this with you guys. Like I said, I'm making a batch for my mom as we speak. And one thing I love about fermented foods too, especially this honey infused garlic, is that you can use it for medicinal purposes. Like some people take it when it's cold and flu season, versus some people like to use it for salads, sauces, and really like a marinade. So it's really up to you, but it has a lot of health benefits and it's also pretty tasty once you learn your flavor, because some people like it diced like what I did now, versus some people like the whole cloves. I'm not a whole cloves fan because they burned the mess out of my mouth, but nevertheless, that's what we're covering in this video, so I hope you guys enjoy. In today's project, here are the materials that we will be using: raw honey, garlic cloves, lemon, turmeric, knife and cutting board, glass jars with lid, labels, and markers. Now the first step was to prepare the garlic. As you can see at the time, I bought a bag of garlic cloves and peeled them by hand. This consisted of me breaking down the garlic into cloves and using the side of the knife to break the skin. This made it a bit easier to peel the skin off overall. Now, I have to admit, this was a bit time consuming and sticky. However, I later learned that to make this process even faster, I could have just went to Sam's and bought a big bag of pre-peeled garlic cloves. But, it is what it is, and it was still worth the experience, so I regret nothing. Next, it was time to cut the garlic cloves into pieces. Now, this is where the sizes can change depending on your preference. In this video, I decided to use them in larger chunks. However, as I mentioned before, I found out that mincing them would be better. So later on, I ended up using a food processor to make the pieces a lot smaller. But if you're a person that could take whole garlic cloves or big chunks of garlic cloves, this will probably be the best size for you. Just note that the largest pieces can be a bit spicy. After you dice them up to your preferred size, go ahead and put them into a clean jar for the next step. Now it is time to add the lemon and the turmeric. Now I decided to use one lemon and slice it in half in order to squeeze the lemon juice out of the lemon. Using a lemon is a benefit because of the acidic nature of lemon juice can also act as a natural preservative, helping to prolong the shelf life of the fermented garlic, and depending on the amount, it can enhance the flavor as well. Regarding the turmeric, I used about a half to 1 teaspoon. Now, please note, this is my preference. I have also heard of some using apple cider vinegar or regular vinegar instead. After mixing the two, I shook up the mix to make sure that everything was coated correctly before applying the honey. Alright, the moment that we all have been waiting for, adding sweet, delicious raw honey. Now, this step is not rocket science. It's literally just pouring honey into the jar. Now, while doing so or afterwards, I also like to take a spoon or a knife or something to pretty much move the garlic around to make sure that everything is coated, and also to make sure that the honey reaches the bottom. After you add the honey and stir it to your preference, all you have to do now is just put the lid back on and begin the fermenting process. And voila, honey infused garlic. So as you can see, this was a very, very easy thing to make. Literally, I don't know, 15 minutes. The only difference is this one, I actually have I left the cloves. Well, I broke the cloves up, but I left them intact. I didn't crush them up or I didn't chop them up. This one I'm doing a little different. I chopped up the garlic because my family doesn't really like eating the whole clove, so we're going to try to chop it up and see if it makes a difference. Now, after you make it, it's important to let it sit at least for about a week. But after the first 3 days after you make it, now you can sit it in your refrigerator or you can sit it on your shelf if your home is not too hot or humid, preferably. But after about 3 days, what I like to do is get the gas out of it, because the garlic is going to start to ferment. And this thick, put this back on so I won't spill it. The thickness of the honey that you see right now is actually going to become more liquidy like this. So after you let the air out, some people recommend that you turn it upside down every time you let the gas out, or just occasionally turn it upside down like this. Like I said, I give myself about a week. Some like to do it up to a month. Now, that's a new batch. What we're going to do now is taste the one that's been sitting here for about a week. And we're going to see what it's going to taste like. It says it's as simple as taking a spoonful with a garlic or clove or two. I'm going to get some of that juice. All right, you guys. You can smell it too as soon as you open it. Oh my God. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm glad you're here with me so I can go ahead and get this over with. Okay, so I can still taste. You still get a little kick of the garlic, but it's not as bad as, nowhere near as bad as eating garlic by itself. Actually, it's not bad at all. Ooh. I have to let this sit for a little longer. Now I'm starting to taste the garlic. Glad I diced it up. Jesus. But it's edible. I definitely recommend cutting it up, because the bigger the cloves, the more the kick. I had a really big clove that wasn't sitting there long enough. My God. Yeah, so it's good, but you're better off dicing it up. It's not as bad as it probably could have been. So I'm giving you guys mixed emotions because I don't know what to do with it. I'm definitely going to let it sit for a little longer, and I'm definitely glad that the second batch I diced up so that the kick won't be as blackout, because I just had like 2 cloves in one. My bad, I shouldn't have did that. I probably should have did a small piece, but you all know what? I decided to just go all in because I'm gangster like that over here. This is healthy living, healthy eating, all self-sufficiency, sustainability. We go all in over here. We're pretty much gangster in this house. So I decided to do some gangster things without thinking about it. They say take it on an empty stomach in the morning. I actually recommend probably eating a little something first and then doing it, but it's really up on you. Some people like to take it without food. Me personally, like what I do with my supplements, I like to take it with the food or after I eat food. And you might want to brush your teeth afterwards if you decide to do big cloves of garlic like that, because I don't want you to be talking to somebody and your breath humming, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in and trying that first dose with me. I'm recovering, and if you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Can't believe I just ate 2 cloves of garlic. Anywho, so nevertheless, if you have tried this same concoction, tell me how it works for you and let me know in the comments below. That said, you guys have an awesome day and stay supertastic.